often because they can abuse that.
Well, we are getting right into it, Sweet J. It is our fourth and final quarterfinal for Europe in week number 6. Vitality versus the Spanish Takers. Now, while Vitality have secured themselves a top 4 spot, it is more important for them to secure themselves the highest seed possible. They need this win for that to happen. And already we're seeing some action onto the Vitality side of the jungle as the 5-4-man invade from Spanish Takers happens. You're going to have Sinez able to pick up that kill. Roids, in the meanwhile, was having to force the flicker over. Ika is going to end up going down.
Goodness.
3 members fall. A double kill into the hands of the Wonder Woman. And so just like that, Spanish Takers catching Vitality off guard.
Like I said, they drafted such a powerful early game composition. This is exactly what they needed to do. And as a result, 3.2K to 2K already. That is massive. Massive for Spanish Takers. Very well played there, understanding their comp's power spike, which is at level 1 invade, and taking full advantage of it.
So now, as Vitality finds themselves in a very early hole against the Spanish Takers, they're going to have to get themselves a little bit of a reset here. We're seeing an interesting standard in the sense of Ika picking up this Omen, playing him on the bottom side of the map. We're used to seeing Omen float towards the top side on that Dark Slayer side, giving him a little bit more loneliness to scale himself up, but instead decides he goes towards the bot line or bot side of the map to go up against Roids, as now we see 3 members roaming towards the bottom side of the map. Azur will end up getting caught out, might be able to get just enough of a slow. It's going to be the ultimate coming out of speed draw, and so just like that, the Spanish Takers opening up some eyes.
Yeah, really nice Thunderbird ultimate there. However, King is going to be able to rotate and get the kill onto Wonder Woman, which allows him to put some pressure on top, but they're going to get the Spirit Sentinel here because Spanish Taker has taken the Abyssal Dragon, but Spanish Taker is still looking really solid right now. What a nice gank they were able to get off there, allowing them to get Dragon, which is a bigger and more important objective than that Spirit Sentinel, putting them in a nice 2K gold lead. And look at these invades. That's exactly what they need to do here to shut down Vitality's jungle early.
Goldboy's done a great job at being just enough of support for his team, securing themselves that Sage Golem. Now, Spanish Takers, despite being a new member, Explicit going down to Azur, still begs the question of what can they do? A 1-for-1 trade happens, and Spanish Takers have found themselves in winning positions in other Arena of Valor semi-professional opportunities. Remember, they've won themselves some community cups, they've won some Gophers, and so now they have the experience, they have the potential to play together, and already we're seeing them show quite the effort here against Vitality in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, look at the damage. I mean, Joker is ahead. Roids is able to push out an Omen. And you don't see that very often because Omen is just so strong in the side lane there. He can just dominate his opponent. However, because of those kills early and Joker getting that gold lead, he's able to push out the Omen. Look at the war boots he has and the 3 swords. That's a lot of physical damage so early in the game at the 3-minute mark.
So now, Vitality have found themselves in an opportunity where they need to reset. Now, if there's any team in the Valor series that finds this in a good situation, it is Vitality. They pick themselves up a kill and normalize themselves out because, Sweet J, this has been something that we've actually talked about with them quite a lot. They have the ability to stall themselves out in plenty of opportunities and stop the bleeding, but it's not going to be stopped if they get caught in the enemy jungle. Azur ends up falling in an unfortunate situation.
I don't understand that rotation. No, this team wasn't with him. There is no reason for Azur to go into the enemy jungle like that as a Chognar of all things. He can't steal anything. There's no reason to get vision. And as a result, because of that weird rotation, he gives over a bot lane tower, which is the dragon side of the map, full control over to Spanish Takers. And what Vitality is doing a really good job is King and Sutaro, they're doing a really good job of rotating to top lane and getting kills on the Wonder Woman. That's the second time that Sinaz has fallen as Wonder Woman here, which is huge for Vitality. But if Azur continues these weird rotations and deaths and overextensions, they're going to lose these advantages and not be able to convert them into anything.
They're going to have to be a little bit more careful, as Spanish Takers have already proven that they have what it takes to catch even the best off guard. Vitality, mind you, the number 2 seed as it currently stands, needing to win this game if they want an opportunity to stay in the to stay themselves in that number 2 seed, if not Vitality, or sorry, if not For the Dream, as well as potentially even Nova could find themselves in a higher position. So Vitality needing to reset this map a little bit more. Siege weapons now have been deployed as we are at the 15-minute mark. Or the 15-minute mark, rather, as find ourselves a little bit of a slower standpoint. 4 members on the bottom side of the map, 60 seconds until that Abyssal Dragon falls. 2 of them already in the hands of Spanish takers.
Yeah, this is massive trend. Almost a 4K goading. Look at Sotaro there. He's not going to do much damage, and look at the damage coming off from Speed Raw. He's doing so much work on this Tulin right now.
And so now you're going to find yourself a nice little scuffle. Health bars have got themselves very low. Golden Boy actually being able to walk out alive. Speed Draw will find himself walking out alive as well, and so it's not 1, it's not 2, but 3 now kills have gone into the hands of Spanish takers, up 4,000 gold at the 6-minute
Yeah,
mark.
and look at Tulin, 4K gold, 4 kills already. He is too fed. They need to be able to shut him down or just not engage. Tulin can literally 1v3 the team right now, so they gotta be very, very careful here.
Oh.
And look at that, look at the damage. Flash again. Won't be able to do too much damage against the Tulin because, again, his Thunderclap passive allows them to hit the Flash when he tries to jump in and poke like that, and Tulin can just respawn back in kind and do more damage because he is so ahead.
I mean, it doesn't help that he's got almost double his gold, 4.7K at the 6.5-minute mark. Prior to that kill, he was 4-0-3. to Moon's 0-2-1. So with extra resources and power behind that Tulin, there's nothing that the Flash can do. You might run fast, but it looks like the Reaper was still there to collect your life as another turret has been taken down. That's going to be Spanish takers securing the outer ring, as well as what it looks like to be their 3rd Abyssal Dragon. Vitality looking nothing like what we've seen from them in the last 5 weeks, but more importantly, we are seeing a newcomer completely and utterly take off the number 2 giant of Vitality off guard.
Yeah, this is dangerous for Vitality because if they fall, they don't win this match, and they fall to Spanish takers, they could end up potentially 4th seed, and that's not what they want to do, because week 1, they were the 8th seed facing Team Noob and was eliminated in the quarterfinal, and they don't want that to happen in the playoffs and have a repeat of what happened to them in week 1 of the Valor series, so they have to kind of recompose themselves, refocus, and try to come back in this game, or if not, do get a much better draft for Game 2 and Game 3 because Spanish Taker is a team that you cannot take lightly.
Nope, they can't sleep on them indeed because Spanish Takers have proven already in just 8 minutes why they are one of the potential rising stars as we look towards, Season 2 potentially for the Valor series and what the future lies for a team such as the Spanish Takers, as they have found themselves yet another tower, tier 2 in the mid lane. You can see the warding coming on the top side of the map of who is it here? It is, oh geez, what's his name? We forgot his name. It's
Zephyrs, you mean?
No, Sines. I'm trying to pronounce the name in my head,
Wonder Woman.
and it's not working. The Wonder Woman's on the top side of the map, but it doesn't matter because it looks like Vitality is not going to find themselves in a great spot. King ends up going down. It is now the Dark Slayer that is on the menu for the Spanish Takers. They're going to go in. Roids is able to secure that kill. Moon tries to go in as well as Sudaro, but it doesn't matter. Ultimate goes Roids. We are at almost 9 minutes in the game, and it is an 8,000 gold lead for the Spanish Takers. What is happening,
They went in too late. Sutaro went in too late. The Slayer was already taken, and then Flash, Moon was like, "You're going to commit suicide? Okay, Batman, hold my beer." And he goes in as well and commits suicide a second time, and now they're falling so behind. This is really rough, but they gotta get a kill, and they do get a kill on Explicit, which is good for them. However, Spanish Takers still in the lead, and the Tulin is so fed at 7.4K gold and 4 Tier 3 items already finished on Tulin.
The difficulty that Vitality finds themselves in is you have so much power into the hands of the carries for the Spanish Takers. 8-0-4, 3-0-5 for Speeddraw and Roids, respectively, as the Joker, a hero that has been, by and large, a pocket pick in a lot of certain instances, is certainly showing his prowess thus far at the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, this is something that they have to think of. Look at the damage from Roids. Oh my god, one shot took over half of that tower's HP. That is the Joker's passive there. After a few seconds, his next shot does extra damage. And look at this. The Dark Slayer buff is giving so much burst over to the side of Spanish Takers.
And so now Vitality finds themselves essentially 5 digits down, 10,000 gold. The advantage that Spanish Takers have created for themselves. This was not a match that we were expecting to go in the way that this was, considering Vitality, despite losing in the semifinals of week number 5, have still found themselves quite healthily in that top 4 position, yet Spanish Takers have done a great job. And the question becomes now, Sweet, where did it fall apart for Vitality?
Yeah, it is the early game. I mean, they need to expect that a team that drafts like Ormar is going to want to invade you, along with the Tulin. That's some of the strongest early game here. And look at the amount of damage. Vitality cannot even defend their jungle, and Speed Raw is just going off the charts right now with this Tulin. So impressed with his Tulin play so far and how he's able to secure so many kills. Look at 904. He is 9k gold right now. So ahead of everyone else in the entire map, including his team.
And so now, with one high ground turret down, it looks like Spanish Takers is going to come and get their second high ground turret. There is nothing that Vitality can do. They are down so many levels. You have 3 members at level 12, and even the support Gold Boy is sitting at level 13. Spanish Takers have proven that you cannot sleep, you cannot wait. Level